Welcome back to my channel, Libra. Much love and thanks out to my existing subscribers and all those that are new to my channel. I always appreciate your support and your time. This is a reading for April 15th through to April 30th, career, money, and finance. So again, just a quick reminder, these are general readings. It can't possibly speak to everybody's situation. You're all at different stages of life, unique situations, so there's going to be variances on the time. You're not all sharing the same life stories. So, please allow for some flexibility on the time frames. So as much as we're doing this for April, there may be some lapse into the other months into May, as I say, for some of you. But either way, take what resonates. So I'll be using two decks, the Rider-Waite deck for clarity and specifics, and then the Sandra Ann Taylor Energy Oracle deck. So starting out with the second week of April 15th onward, with the beginning of that week, so we're looking at April 15th. That week shows that there's some kind of accomplishment with the victory card that's coming through. So I feel for many of you that this is a residual from earlier in the week, because it seems to me that there was some kind of a victory that came through there as well. But either way, there's some kind of accomplishment. And again, for some of you, it might lapse out a little further into maybe the later part of April, or even as far as into May. But the victory card was clarified with the Ace of Cups. And so, obviously there's some kind of a new beginning here, something that the universe is bringing in for you as a gift. I'm going to say this card in particular, as well as the Ace of Pentacles, I kept putting back in, and it repeatedly kept coming out. So I do feel there's some really strong emphasis coming through for the month of April, that there is some kind of shift in the direction of something bringing you through some kind of wish fulfillment, because it is also followed up with the Nine of Cups further out here. But either way, there's some kind of opportunity that's coming through here with the Ace of Cups, something that's going to be built on anyway. There's going to be not only just the opportunity, but it's also going to be something I feel that you wanted, something that could be a job opportunity that you were really trying to get, something that you have always wanted to do, or in an entrepreneurial way, you're doing a job or a career, or some kind of, as I say, entrepreneurial pastime, something that you're just really invested in anyway. But starting out, as I say, with the victory card, you're accomplishing something here, and followed up with the clarifiers of the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups further out, these are amazing cards of gain and opportunity and some kind of wish fulfillment. So the universe is for sure, bestowing upon you some kind of a blessing of some sort. I do feel that there is some form of cash that's coming through. There are quite a few pentacles that came through in the reading. So again, whether it all comes through for the month of April remains to be seen, but for sure there is definitely something that's pending, that is definitely on its way to you. So again, with that Ace of Pentacles, I'll maybe just leave it there for a minute here. Again, with that Ace of Pentacles, I feel, again, for some of you, you're really in that third week looking for employment, or those that have been looking for employment. There's some kind of a job up ahead here that's coming through either way. It looks to be, as I said, a position that you've wanted or you feel excited about. For others, you're seeing some kind of opportunity that is a part of a bigger dream or a goal. There is a strong energy around entrepreneurial talents, and maybe even talents you didn't know that you had that are coming to the surface as well. But your ideas are really visionary at this time, for especially the last 2 weeks of April, but actually even for the whole of April, because there was lots of spirit and intuition that you're relying on that was really, really predominant. So again, your ideas are visionary at this time. There is some real energy and drive in the latter portion of April for the last 2 weeks here as well. It's supported by a significant number of wands in the reading. So I just feel that there's real individuality and potential in your ideas this month. So just be sure to lead with strong intention and make use of this vital period and your unique ideas, because it speaks to additional sources of income coming in here, because followed by the Page of Cups, we also have the Page of Wands bringing in, some inspired action, and that's further followed up with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So, and then following that, we've got the Two of Pentacles. But starting out with the King here, as I said, I just feel you're strongly motivated and inspired this month. Lots of energy coming through. But with the King and Queen, I feel that's, there may be another this could speak to people as well that are coming in your life to assist you or somehow influencing your monetary situation. But it just feels like there may be another that's involved in bringing your project into the public eye, possibly with the King of Wands, somebody who has some real inspiring ideas. But definitely overall, I feel whether this is you or someone else, it's definitely a time of being focused and inspired and really fiercely determined. There's bold movement and maybe even a little risk involved with what you're considering in the month of April. I feel that you're really overall very self-assured and especially for the whole of April. There might be a few little odd bumps there, but for the most part, for the period of April, and especially strong in this last part of the latter 2 weeks of April, but you're acting intuitively, and I feel that's what's helping you to feel much more secure and insightful, just because you're getting the support and the direction for your creative ideas. So basically, you're just seeing your projects through here with both the King and the Queen of Wands, and you're really getting some focus and attention drawn to you as well. There's some other supporting cards too. I'll get to that as well. But the Two of Pentacles to me is you're trying to balance out some of the new things that you're being confronted with. So there might be some real risk, as I mentioned before, that's involved here with April, which is why I suspect the Eight of Swords is showing up following that Two of Pentacles. So again, you're just trying to balance out some of the new things that you're dealing with. And with the Eight of Swords showing up, again, some real risk just feels like you need to adapt on some level. And that may be just putting you back in your head and feeling a little bit stuck. And maybe that's why the Eight of Swords is being prompted here. But I feel once you're focused again, at which you will be, because it is followed by the Ace of Pentacles, it's allowing for a new career for some of you to open up, as well as for others. This is a good financial decision that you're making after an opportunity has presented itself, and it's going to allow you to feel more emotionally secure and balanced. I feel that there's a sense of luck with the Nine of Pentacles also. Sorry, with the I'll get to that one here in just a second. Sorry, the Nine of Cups. But with the King of Cups, I feel again this could be somebody who's coming in, that's calm and centered and mature person who may be helping to provide some advice as well. Or again, this could be just you feeling as though you have some emotional stability and grounding overall in this period, because it did feel like for the most part you're fairly balanced in the month of April. Again, it's because I feel you're getting so much strong insight and wisdom from Spirit coming through here. But it's, again, if it is somebody who is a person that's coming in to assist you, it could be just that they're providing guidance and wisdom, and there could be some maturity here with the age of the person. But either way, it is you just in a period where you're feeling satisfied and emotionally emotionally calm and content with whatever's going on. But we also have the Nine of Cups, and that's why I said I felt that you were feeling, fairly grounded here, because the Nine of Cups speaks to wish fulfillment. So I feel like overall your emotional state is that you're just feeling emotionally secure and balanced, and that you're enjoying the process, and I feel that you're proud of how things are starting to shape up. But following that, these are clarifiers again for the oracle cards. Following that is the Woman Holding a Heart. And this is all about connections in this month. So especially in the last 2 weeks, I think that you're content with family and friends or those in your sphere at this time. But it does feel like there were some issues, something that may have just been disrupted in the past. But I feel for some of you anyway, there's some kind of a resolve that's coming in. And it's not just with this card that I'm getting that energy. It came through further out into the read with the Rider-Waite deck as well as we go along. So then we move into the Temple Path. And I feel with the Temple Path, this is you very strongly supported by spirit. So there's a lot of protection and guidance coming through during the month of April, and that's throughout the whole of April, not just in this latter 2 weeks. But it's especially significant in the latter 2 weeks. So it's really important to make good use of that energy and the ideas and the insights, because it's really helping you to expand. You're seeing doors that you wouldn't have otherwise seen, and it's helping to advance your position this month. So following that is the door to spirit. So again, I should also mention, because there is so much spiritual connection here, and certainly someone I feel that may have passed who is really coming through to keep in touch with you to move you through any difficulties this month. But it just feels, for many of you, that you're really evolving spiritually and moving into levels of understanding that not only are helping you to sail through life's lessons and make some real personal growth this month, but and again, especially strong toward the end of April, but I feel that it's so much expansion for many of you personally with the door to spirit and the other supporting cards for divine guidance coming through, that you're really discovering your sense of purpose. You're really communicating well with spirit, and that is allowing, again, those doors to open in the practical 3D world. So your true purpose and your identity and, how you measure things in terms of what you value are the source of your power this month. You're very, very open to the new beginnings that are coming in for you, and that's really important to be receptive, because then you see the way forward. And a lot of that guidance is about when a door is opening, it's because you can actually see behind what that position or that movement will be, how you need to address a particular road. It's easier to see how you're going to navigate through. Whereas when you're not as, I don't know if that made any sense, but whereas if you're not as spiritually guided, I feel that there's more risk, there's more emotional imbalance, there's more restriction, there's more of a back and forth energy in making decisions. But either way, we're moving on to the Caring Connections card. So this is very important to you as well this month, or at the very least, it seems to be highlighted in some way. So again, friendships, partnerships, family connections, all of that may be deepening this month, or there may be some issues that are resolving as well. And again, there's more cards that speak to that. So I really feel it's really relevant for the month of April, especially that last 2 weeks. So we also have the card of the contract coming through. There may be a legal situation that's going on, but for many, this may relate around a new job and just signing off on some paperwork. For others, it may be more entrepreneurial, where a deal is finalizing. And for others, it may still be that there's a remnant of some kind of a legal issue that you're still dealing with. And things look to be in your favor, though, because it is followed up with the garden and the gate. So if it's not a legal issue, it just might be a less formal contractual situation, but more of a conclusion that's being reached in regards to that corporate matter or whatever it is that certainly bodes well in your favor. So again, if you're dealing with somebody, a corporate entity or something that has to make a decision, it feels like all of that is opening up to you, and there is some positive on the other side of the garden and the gate, so to speak. So again, that follows... it speaks to a positive outcome after following the contractual agreement, as I said, however that revolves around, the contract for you. But it can also be about money shifting in your direction or being much more broad-minded spiritually, for others as well, when we're looking at the garden and the gate. But I will clarify this further when we get into the Rider-Waite deck. But to finish up with the Oracle cards, there is some real intuitive insights, as I mentioned, even more strongly coming through with the Goddess of the Moon. So there is just so many heavy laden cards with you being in touch with this part of yourself, that it really just speaks to me that this is more of a spiritual evolution on a lot of levels in April for you. I suspect that many of you are going to be seeing the world much differently after this month, certainly with more confidence. So we also have the card of cornucopia, and it's also about job fulfillment, money's coming in, and feeling like the work that you're doing has a sense of purpose. The Strength card follows this. So the angel of strength is supporting you. So to me, it really reveals more of your personal touch on everything, your personal value, and your efforts are really shining through with confidence. And I just feel that you're really overall communicating and expressing yourself well this month. And with the man holding a heart, there may be someone coming in to help with your personal projects or who is represented as a confidant. But I just feel, sorry, got them a little bit out of order here. But with that man holding the heart, as I said, doesn't have to be a man. It could be a woman. It's just the energy that's expressed in the card. But it just really feels like your personal value and your effort, as I said, is coming through confidently. I feel that you're just communicating, expressing yourself really well, and that there's someone, as I say, that may be a confidant or someone that you confide in or get advice from in regards to your personal projects. And as well, that Ace of Cups could also represent a personal project, a new dimension to the project that you were possibly, doing, a new dimension to that's being added as well. But either way, back to man holding a heart, there may be someone coming through, as I said, that is helping you to deal with maybe even your emotions in a more balanced way with those around you. So you do have the fifth chakra archangel Gabriel that's also coming through. And again, this is a lot of intuitive guidance and so on, as I mentioned, that's really supporting you during this month. But it also feels to me that you've also got some clarity that's coming through with all of this because of those intuitively led promptings. So again, it just feels like your personal vision is just that much stronger, which is helping you to act in the month of April. So you've just got some real strong clarity, new perceptions, and it's just really clearing the way for you to move ahead with these new projects and new beginnings. Which leads us to the strategy card. And the strategy card is really you setting up a clear direction as to how you're going through the year to achieve your goals. So this might involve making a clear plan of action for both your short-term and your long-term goals, but you're just basically looking ahead with this card so as to figure out how you want to move forward. We also have the action card, and that highlights your willingness to stay the course and look for efficient ways to implement your plans. So I just feel that you're really putting in the effort all around to achieve your intentions this month as it relates to the year ahead. We do have the card of financial restraints, and I don't feel this is about you not having enough money. It feels to me that the financial constraints really speak to you being very conservative with your money at this time. Just really watching your expenses now that you have a broader, more intuitively guided sense of what your expenses might be that you incur over the coming year. I feel that you're just being more practical in your approach to money. So we also have the card of patience. So I do feel that whatever is transpiring in the month of April with connections and doors and resources, being much more open to you, I don't feel that you're to force an outcome. I feel that you're to use your intuitive compass to navigate the road ahead in a fluid way, going with that flow, letting the road open up to you versus demanding action and outcomes. I feel for the month of April that and even especially in the last 2 weeks here, that you're just to stay active and persistent, but remain in flow with the doors that sort of usher you in. Whatever is calling to you, you just allow yourself to be led to those resources or to those doors or to those options that make the most sense. It's not really a time for you to be competitive and sharp with, your communications and demanding or anything of that nature, but just to stay open to the way ahead and let your intuition support you. We also have the devil energy here. Now, the devil, I did clarify, this is the Rider-Waite deck, of course, and it does indicate with the with the devil, as well as the 10 of swords, as well as the 2 of pentacles. to me, I feel that, this is really about you're working toward finding that balance between, oh, and I forgot to mention here, I did have these sort of out of order. Sorry, I do pre-pull the cards because I did have these two fell out. These were actually before the Devil card, but you did have a card of overwhelm as well as the Seven of Cups. So the Ten of Wands spoke to that overwhelm, and then with the Seven of Cups as well, clarifying. So again, that was really just about, I feel you're overcommitting yourself in a lot of ways, or you feel that you are overcommitted, but it is opening up options for you. So the Seven of Cups is, I still feel you're remaining balanced, or that you do regain some balance there. But again, sorry about the confusion there. But again, back to the Devil and the Ten of Swords, as well as the Two of Pentacles. Again, that combination is clarifying the Devil card, and that was really just about you finding a balance between the overwhelm and the Two of Pentacles was also followed up by the Star. So, and not just the Star, but also the Sun. So again, with the Devil energy and the Ten of Swords and the Two of Pentacles in that third week, I feel that you're really, again, trying to work toward finding balance between that overwhelm and the Two of Pentacles there. But the Star and the Sun card to me feels to me as though you just really, I feel that you're really in a place of discovering who you are this week. That's what I would say. So after you do find that balance, I just feel that you're really that much more empowered. You have deeper insights on how to take control and move more freely into this new beginning. So again, the new beginning is really with the Emperor, and that's you taking control of things. And of course, with the Fool card as well, this is really you ready to start that new beginning and go into this new territory. It's about just feeling more freed up to be able to move into whatever new possibilities or doors that you have to walk through. We also have the Knight of Swords. Sorry, and this is really about getting clear and taking action and making the best use of your talents and resources with that Magician card following. So following that card, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is you drawing in the wisdom of spirit and using your faith and your philosophy, your physical, mental, and emotional talents and abilities to make adjustments as needed. And I say adjustments because it is followed by the Seven of Swords. I don't feel that this is anything that you have to worry about. The Seven of Swords to me is about your precision and logic, is how you're to approach your options. That the possibilities need to be considered from that standpoint. And then we have the Two of Swords, and that can speak to some kind of an alliance or partnership, or for others, it's just dealing with new insights that you need to choose between. And again, for still others, there can be a time to, this is the card that I felt was where you need to resolve an outstanding indifference or issue that may be standing in the way of you going forward unimpeded. So whether that was with a coworker or a friend, or however, something that relates around freeing up your energy so that you're not feeling stymied. We also have the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles I also clarified. So the Three of Pentacles is clarified with the Seven of Cups as well as the Three of Wands. So to me, it's about, here's your options. There's teamwork involved. And again, I feel there could be some anxiety with the decision to expand on some very detailed aspect of your plans as well for some of you. We also have the Nine of Wands, and this is about you being in a stable position. I feel that you've attained this through, self-discipline and effort and just understanding the structures that you're working within. I feel that you might have some opposition here, although, coming up here within the last couple of weeks here. But I do feel that it gets resolved because there was a need for you to be strong here. Could also be about your confidence and feeling able to go forward. But because we've got the Eight of Cups, to me, it speaks like there's more of a transformation of some sort that needed to be made, some kind of resolve. Maybe there was a bit of opposition of some sort that occurs in that last 2 weeks, but it's unfolding. There's a whole new transformation, I feel, or unfolding of a shift that you've made to the way that you're carrying out your mission. So for others, and I say that because of the Death card, so for others, you may have ended one way in which you were earning your money and moving forward, toward a whole new area of work. But either way, there's some kind of a change coming through there. We also have the Seven of Wands again as a repeat. Sevens are definitely, more of a positive as well, but I feel overall you're ready for competition. Anything that is opposing you, you're willing to stand out and get out of your comfort zone, really, is what this card speaks to me as. We also have the Eight of Swords, and that is about, to me, again, I felt like you're having to take some kind of a risk, somewhere in that last 2 weeks anyway, there's some kind of a risk that is there's going to have to be considered, probably in the 4th week, but for some of you, this timeline might go a little further out into May, but for the most part, you're pretty sure about how you're going to implement your plans with the Queen of Wands following the Eight of Swords. I feel that you're really dedicated to the task and you're not fazed about the decisions you need to make to execute your plans. And again, that's still followed by the Seven of Wands. So I feel that once you get yourself back in flow, you're making some sound decisions again with the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Wands. You're really defending your position, choosing your battles wisely, which is bringing you into a place of emotional contentment. And that's with the Ten of Cups. So I feel that there are definitely some real highlights that are coming through for April. As I said, there's definitely emotional contentment. You're happy by month's end with what you've accomplished, and with the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles, following that, you're feeling independent and strong, and there may even be some money, as I said, by month's end for you that ensures your independence continues. But following that, we also have the Hermit card. So I suspect that you're breaking away from some old ways of doing things by the end of the month, as well as, it looks like there's, again, some kind of money that's coming through because of the 9 and the 10 of Pentacles following here. We've got a lot of 9, so you're definitely closing out some old cycles or things that you're ready to take on a whole new array of beginnings. So you've definitely, moved into another level of expertise, or another level of on a playing field, so to speak. So and again, there was progression from the 9 to the 10 and from the 2 of Pentacles as well. So it does feel like there is some money coming through, as I say, for some of you. But for others, you've just reached some kind of personal happiness or bliss, or something that feels making you feel really secure about what it is that you're going forward with. But for many of you, it just, as I say, it feels like something material is coming in. So maybe if it's not material, in the sense of money, it could be something else that's material or more practical use for you. But again, for anybody who's starting a business, these are really great cards for bringing about a chance for a new start. And, with a happy legacy of money that would be coming through over the long term. And certainly with the World card, it does speak to me as more of a long-term card, but it also speaks to beginnings and endings. So some of you are just finishing up with the one level here, and you're moving into the next level of development here for yourself. And certainly, again, it feels like a lot of new territory for many of you on quite a few levels, from your drive and from your ambition, your spiritual connections, all of those things are really starting to build. You're really in new territory on a lot of fronts here with the 9s and 10s. And again, with the World card, it's a new start. So for others, you've definitely attained some kind of a goal. There's some real recognition that could bring some kind of acclaim on a broad level. And certainly with the World card, this could also speak to some, networking on a larger scope as well. So again, a lot of 10s and conclusions in the month of April. So it feels to be more of a newness overall for the month of April. And I just feel like there's some kind of impact. With whatever it is you're doing, there's going to be some long-term impact, some kind of legacy that you're creating here. But it just feels like there's a lot of mini projects here, a lot of things that are being accomplished. So again, I suspect there's still a larger work that is at hand. We also have the Three of Swords and the Chariot. And we've also got the Ten of Swords. So somewhere along that, maybe that final week or somewhere in the last 2 weeks of April, I do feel that, maybe somebody's ego is being hurt here with the Three of Swords and the Chariot. Could also be that there's a Cancer involved that has caused some conflict by month's end, or that you may need to control your feelings about something at the end of the month. But I just feel when I pulled those clarifiers, I didn't really add those in so much with just because I had such a accumulation of them, but I did pull some clarifiers, and the ones that did fall out with the Three of Swords as well as the Chariot were the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So to me, that combination is really just kind of a heads up that maybe at the end of April there's a caution about an argument or a disagreement or something with a Cancer, or someone who's in opposition to you that you might be putting some distance between. And there may have been some sharp words that's involved as well with all the swords energy. And certainly followed by the Ten of Swords, you're persevering with so it does complete, there is some kind of resolve, although it might be a little bit of an issue where there is, as I say, some harsh words and some bruising of an ego there. But also with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel that you're just persevering and you're creating a new strategy, but you're recovering basically without too much issue here. So almost to the end of the cards here, but we do have the Three of Cups. So I think this is a really nice way to end the reading. The Three of Cups really feels like some kind of creative relationships that you're building, and there's some kind of reward and exchange of ideas. And we do have the the Six of Pentacles that follows that. So I feel like there's, as I say, there's that exchange of ideas that are coming through here. And it's just maybe there's something a little more unexpected that's coming through by month's end, that's considered more of a bonus as well. So there's some money. There might be something that's a bit of a surprise. It's an extra bonus. Maybe it's additional work or something that somebody would like to offer you. But either way, lot of really, really amazing moments here in the month of April. And it just looks like it's a month that's really delivering amazing depth spiritually and some real gains of investment. And again, real skill improvement and resources opening up for you, monetary and emotional happiness, resulting on a lot of levels here. So something to celebrate, Libra. So enjoy this motivating, inspiring month and keep moving forward. Stay safe.